All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? This time
you're ready.
This time.
You weren't ready before.
No. All the previous episodes were just practice.
258 tries.
This is the one we're going to get it.
Yeah.
And I think we should release it out into the wild.
Yeah. This is the first one we're putting up.
Yeah. I think now that we're both full-on professionals.
If you're hearing this,
we've matured.
And you've heard the other ones, know that we waited to release the other ones till we got here.
Right.
So this was about 5 years ago.
Right.
That we got.
Right.
For you, it was 5 years ago. For us, it's right now.
Right. For you, it feels like, it's been a while.
Yeah.
But no, it's all in your imagination.
Right. We like time.
Right.
Yeah.
We love time warps.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing that we were talking about? Nothing. I don't know.
What now? That reminded me of something I watched.
Okay.
So I'd write it down real quick.
Get on there.
All right. You ready for some news?
David, I just want to tell you first. Couple things. Couple things before we get into the news. First of all, I am on weekend number 2 of a 3-weekend sprint.
What?
We got, first of all, shout out to Kayla.
Yeah.
Kayla.
Whoop.
Graduated. She's a full-on graduated college. She's not a college student.
Whoa.
She is now a college graduate. She is an alumni from Millersville University.
From Millersville.
Yeah, so congratulations, Kayla. Yeah, that's very exciting. And then shout out to Dr. Ketchum.
Whoa.
Who I literally drove from Allentown to the theater after having watched her graduate her first cohort. So she started this doctoral program for future occupational therapy doctors. And she started it 5 years ago. The first class started 4 years ago, and they just graduated today.
Holy
So
smokes.
shout out to Dr. Ketchum for getting her first group through the door.
Wow.
And then next weekend, we got the big graduation party. So I'm like,
crazy.
bang, bang, bang.
Crazy.
I'm 2 out of 3. And then that's just all a camouflage. What do the magicians call it when they do something over here to get you? It's a feint or something?
Misdirection.
A misdirection. That's all just a misdirection.
Yeah.
Because the main event is tomorrow, and I know you want to join me in wishing all of our listeners who have children a happy Mother's Day. Except for the dads.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You don't
I phrased that wrong.
Right.
Because some of our listeners who have children might not be moms.
Right.
And they might not identify as such either.
Yeah. Well,
Can you be...
I'm a little bit concerned about something else.
Talk to me.
In this time of
great joy
and celebration,
right.
Is there someone who's not holding their weight celebration-wise in the I just feel like there's one more Ketchum that's just kind of coasting through on this one. Where are they in all this? They done nothing to talk about?
No, she is like me.
Oh, okay.
Fully supportive and participating in all of the aforementioned festivities.
All right. Okay.
So her dance card is as full as mine.
All right.
Yeah.
I was a little like...
Yeah. Also, I feel like she's saving the big announcement for last.
So like everyone at the end of Kayla's party, when you think it's done.
When the last car pulls out of the driveway.
Yeah. Yeah. She's going to be like, oh, by the way, I invented science.
Right. Which is totally something that Marley would do.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, she's like, you might not have realized this, but all of science... That was me.
Well, it's funny that you would kid around about science because actually what we're going to find out next weekend is that she invented time travel 5 years ago. Which next weekend we take advantage of that to begin our practice episodes.
Yeah.
You know, from
and that's what starts the whole thing.
That's what I'm saying.
She's like, you guys are going to be a big hit 5 years ago. Just you wait.
Touche. So anyway, to all the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day. However you're watching the podcast today, we love you. We're grateful for you.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congratulations. You know, the mothers, by the way, I think they're going to, by the time you hear this, it's going to be over. But this weekend at Penn Cinema, I shouldn't say all. The first 200 mothers that came to the theater today were greeted to a $8 per ticket price.
Wow.
Which is a big discount. And also they were given a fresh carnation by one of our young, smiling, friendly staff.
Well, you doing it again tomorrow?
I think we're still doing it tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah.
On actual Mother's Day.
On actual Mother's Day, yeah.
Wow.
So anyway, I don't know. Is Mother's Day a big deal in your house?
Well, let me put it this way.
Yeah.
It better be.
Let's put it this way. We're recording on a Saturday, not a Sunday, for a reason.
Yeah, it better be. Because it all comes down to me. So, a lot of weight on one head.
That's a lot of burden because I will give a little shout out to my brother, who we coordinate. We coordinate the Mother's Day and the Father's Day. And we sometimes coordinate the birthdays where we're like, you got it or I got it. And we take turns kind of covering for each other. So I'm sorry you don't have that to lean on, because this year my brother's taking care of Mother's Day, and we're just like, he's got it. Boom, we coordinated. She's good. Flower's gonna arrive. Card's gonna arrive. Like, it's all good. Oh, I will tell you a funny story.
You got the benefit too of being quasi long distance.
Right. You're right. Right. Nobody's expecting me to show up on Park Place.
You can send the flowers and just be like, I did it.
Yeah. Next year I should show up. Next year I should coordinate with my brother and like show up. Oh my God. It would blow their minds.
What would they do?
Well, they would complain, why did you wait till Sunday? You should have come on Friday so you could spend the weekend. I had a funny idea. Oh, I wanted to tell you a funny story from about a month ago.
Okay, yeah.
It was my dad's birthday, Pop Peter. And my mom had this great idea. She wanted to buy him a gift, but it was a little pricey, a little expensive. So me and her and my brother all chipped in. And my mom had this idea that we should all three sign the same birthday card. But one of us lives in Brooklyn, one of us lives in Lancaster County, one of us lives on the West Coast in Washington State. I'm not going to name who lives where.
Yeah.
That's details. I'm not pointing fingers.
Yeah.
I'm not assigning blame to anything. If you want to live all the way out on the West Coast, that's certainly your prerogative.
You.
Right. You don't care enough about your family to live nearby.
Yeah.
All the way. I mean, you might as well be in Canada.
You basically are.
Right. Luckily, he never listens to the show. So we can spout off anything we want.
He'll never know.
Right.
Yeah.
Anyway, so my mom had this great idea, which was actually really fun, that we were going to all sign the same card. And I was left with the impression that she was mailing the card to my brother to sign, and then he was going to mail it to me to sign, and then I was going to bring it with me when I did visit my parents around my dad's birthday.
Right.
And that was the plan. Right. Or I'm sorry. That's what I thought the plan was. So my brother texts me and my mom like a week later, and he's like, I guess it's not going to arrive in time because I didn't even get the card yet. And I was like, that's too bad. It's all right. It's fine. And then like a week later, he was like, still didn't get the card. I'm sure it'll be here, mail. Everybody makes the jokes about the mail and, all that kind of stuff and all this stuff. Well,
oh boy. The
card never got to my brother.
Because you never sent it.
Because it turns out I was supposed to start.
I was just going to say, you're like, no big deal when you get to it.
So my parents are up for Kayla's graduation, and I'm talking to my mom, and she's like, I can't believe this card never got her. And I'm like, I know, it's so weird. And she's like, well, when did you send it? And I was like, wait, what? What do you mean, when did you send it? When did I send it? When did you send it?
Perfect.
Right.
Perfect.
So, you know what? I just realized this is all coming together according to plan. When Marley invents time travel, I'm going to go back. Right away, this is going to be on my list of quick things to fix.
I just saw an older...
The funny thing is, I still don't think anybody has sent a card to my poor dad.
I just saw an SNL sketch this week that was a little bit older with John Hamm and Kristen Wiig, I think, is in it. And the whole idea is he creates the microwave from the future. He says, why wait for your food? When you go to the microwave, you open it up, the food's there.
Oh my God.
All you have to do is remember in the future to put the food in the microwave and set it back in time. and the whole thing is it's like an infomercial. And they're like, well, what if you mess it up? And he's like, oh, you won't. And he sends a different food back to the beginning of the infomercial. And so the whole time, slight thing, every time they switch to him, they're like, hair is different, or it's a different actor. It's like the timeline keeps changing.
That's great.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Oh my God. All right.
Real news.
Real news. Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Congratulations to all the graduates. Because I'm not positive about this,
Yeah.
but I'm thinking that Kayla is not the only person who graduated from college this year.
Unlikely. I think that she is the only one.
Well, if there's anybody else in addition to Kayla, congratulations to all of them.
Yeah.
And happy Mother's Day. And now, The Hunt for Red October announced it's going to be directed by Andy Serkis.
The sequel to The Hunt for Red October.
Right. Which they're going to go ahead and call The Hunt for Gollum.
Yeah. Highly anticipated.
Right. The Hunt for Red October 2.
Tom Clancy book.
Red October 2. The Hunt for Gollum.
So the big announcements this week were that Peter Jackson, Philippa Boyle, I think that's how her name is, Philippa Boyle, are on board to make more Lord of the Rings movies.
Can I just interrupt for a second?
Yeah.
I mean, are you aware that we are re-releasing all the Lord of the Rings movies?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big deal, and they're selling like crazy. Adding shows to the schedule, and a second weekend of shows have been announced. So they're doing Lord of the Rings 1 on June 8th, Lord of the Rings 2 on June 9th, Lord of the Rings 3 on June 10th. Then we just added, as per Fathom, the same deal, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, as encores the following weekend. I forget what those dates are, but I think it's like the 15th, or I think it's 15, 16, 17, something like that.
My boy Mitch told me, he's like, I want to go, but my wife's due on the 7th.
It's extended editions.
And I said, you've seen it, baby.
Yeah, come on.
It's a big deal.
Right. I'm sure she would want you to be happy. Doesn't
Right.
she want you to be happy?
Right.
All right. So I interrupted you with this big announcement, and I think that counts as a big announcement based on how big the ticket sales are.
Yeah. Well, yes, and yeah.
So Andy Serkis.
But the turnaround time on this is insane. So they're saying 2026 we'll have new Lord of the Rings movie.
Why is that insane? That's 2 years away.
Did they not learn from The Hobbit?
I don't know.
Right?
I don't know, David. I have never been one to be impressed.
Because you were too busy, like my boy Mitch. Having
No,
kids.
I know. No, that's not the road I'm going down. The road I'm going down is James Cameron and needing 12 years between avatars. Like, okay, if you're going to say it's going to be 7 years to do your Lord of the Rings, then it's going to take you 7 years. But these guys are saying it's going to take us 2 years, and my belief is, okay, it's going to take you 2 years. Do it. Like I applaud them because you don't need 10 years to make a freaking movie. You just don't.
But then the second downside is who it's directed by.
Well, you're Mr. Downy Pants this morning.
Andy Serkis. Well, it is the afternoon.
That could be part of it.
That could be part of it.
All right, what's your beef? What's your problem with David?
Well,
with Andy Serkis.
I don't know if you've seen this movie, this masterpiece,
Called
Venom 2.
Okay.
Let There Be Carnage.
Yeah.
Directed by.
Did we ever watch that?
We definitely, unfortunately, saw that movie. Directed by Andy Serkis.
The same
guy.
The same guy.
I say that. I don't think that Andy Serkis is the right person to direct this. I do think that he's the right person to be like director of photography or set or whatever, like something along those lines. Because next week we're going to talk about Planet of the Apes. Planet of the Apes, he was heavily involved in with the ape stuff, and it was fantastic. But he wasn't the director.
Is he the same? Is this the same guy who is also an English actor?
Well, he doesn't do a whole lot of acting.
Yeah, he's an English film actor, director, and author.
He's been in a couple things.
Yeah, he's had some TV. He's better known for his directing stuff, but I would recognize his face, right?
I mean, he played Gollum.
Yeah.
That's how he got famous.
Right.
So he owns like the companies that do a lot of that pioneer a lot of the live motion capture stuff.
And yet here you are pouring water on it already.
Also, the story, Burn me once with The Hobbit. I with the situation that around it, I can forgive it some. But then you do things like the Rings of Power, and
Love it. Wait, you didn't love it?
it was horrible. You didn't even watch it.
No, I didn't.
Shut up.
Friends, you need to understand.
I was waiting for you to be like, oh yeah, I hated it too.
You need to understand the sincerity with which David looks at me sometimes when he's talking about these movies that mean so much to him, and he's hanging on my every word because he wants to have a sincere, genuine conversation about this thing.
Impossible.
Right. Inconceivable.
Anyway,
Just talk to my wife.
they're making a movie directed by Andy Serkis called The Hunt for Gollum.
But we are confirming here on the show.
No, I'm not.
This is not. No, that's not what we're confirming. Because you're gonna reverse course. As you start to see more and more out of this film, you're gonna be like, I can't wait for this. That's my call.
Okay.
But what we're confirming on the show
It's Michael or
is
my
it
call?
your call.
Oh.
Yeah. I think we're confirming that this has nothing to do with the Red October sequel.
No, that's
Right.
the big.
Yeah. There's
A lot of people were confused.
Right. There's a whole different thing.
All right. Along the lines of announcements, we don't normally talk about this, but I thought this is, perfect. Ralph?
Wait. You're acknowledging something good in the news?
It's hard to believe.
What?
Hard to believe.
That's
You know what?
weird.
I had a little phone call with the Big O this morning.
You took your frown and you turned it upside down.
The Big O, my buddy.
Which is funny because he's not that big.
No. And someone who I notoriously would say incredibly hard to please.
Right.
Does not loves movies, but does not like movies.
Right. Loves to criticize movies.
Right. And you
Just
know
like somebody else we
do
know.
you know what he said to me this morning?
What?
He said, "You never like anything. You never like movies."
Right.
And I'm like, you never like movies. How dare you?
My favorite part about the Big O is when you meet him and you get introduced to him as Big O, he explains to you, it's funny because I'm not that big.
Yeah, he likes to get ahead of it.
Yeah.
All right, Ralph Ineson. Is that how you say it?
Yes, this is some good news that David was excited about.
Yeah. He's been booked to play Galactus.
Cast.
To play Galactus in the Fantastic Four movie, which is two good things. Because one, it means that the movie will have Galactus with a voice, which is one step up from him being a giant cloud like he was last time we saw him in the movie. And two, have you heard this guy's voice?
Yeah.
He was the narrator to the Green Knight, which, perfect for like a giant space thing.
A cloud.
Yeah, a cloud, yeah. Perfect voice for a cloud.
Or as my old football coach used to tell me, you got a great face for radio.
Yeah. I've had, you look like you'd be a podcaster.
You'd be a great...
What is that?
Wait, what? All right, in other news, so that's exciting because it makes us feel good about the Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
I mean, it's every little piece of good news about the Fantastic Four is like a little good brick in the foundation of what we hope is going to be a great movie.
Right.
Speaking of Disney, Fantastic Four is Disney, correct?
Correct.
Bob Iger announced in his earnings call, fun fact, one of our team over here at Penn Cinema, I don't want to name names, but his name rhymes with Rue Rafer.
Oh, whoa, I couldn't figure it out.
Shrew Dafer.
Shrew Dafer.
Who, by the way, is now a two-time father.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Congratulations to him.
You.
The same month I got my youngest out of the house, he got his youngest in the house.
Switcheroo.
It's so funny. Anyway, he every now and then will share with me his report on the Disney earnings calls.
Oh, okay.
And it's so funny because it's never on my radar, and then he
I was just in the meeting with Disney.
He's like, Ben, listen, I was just talking to Bob. You know,
I was like, what are the finances like now? Let's do a call.
there is nothing that gets by Drew Schaefer.
Oh,
this guy is tuned
Sharp.
in.
Sharp
Yes,
as a knife.
sharp dude. Anyway, Bob Iger has announced on his recent Disney earnings call that Marvel Studios will scale back to a maximum of 3 movies a year and 2 shows on Disney Plus a year.
Right.
I have some opinions about that. What's your reaction to that news?
That scaled back? My initial reaction was, that still feels like a lot.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I guess it's less.
Was there ever a year where we did 4 or 5 or 6 Marvel movies? I can name a year when we did 4. I don't remember doing more than 4.
I don't know that we've ever done more than 4, but there was definitely like a year where we had like 5 shows.
Yeah. Well, that was all the COVID build
Yeah.
up.
So I definitely see the like, I think it's smart on the show side. I felt that 3 movies a year was kind of their standard, but I think that 2 a year would be better, because at 3 a year, people were talking about being worn out.
Yeah. I think you could look at this a few different ways. You could take a positive attitude.
Well, I'm trying to...
No, I'm not pointing fingers. I'm literally saying you could look at this through a positive lens and say, great, they're trying to manage their workload and, commit to a higher level of quality.
Right.
I'm not really sure.
I think that's the way it should be.
That is the way it okay. That is... how do I say this delicately? Contrary to the rest of the world, i.e. David and everybody else,
Yeah.
I don't necessarily share the opinion that the quality of the movies was worse and worse. I tend to blame more like oversaturation.
Yes. I think
I'm not saying they're better. I'm not saying the most recent Marvel crop is better than the original Iron Man, because obviously I don't. But I'm not saying that their lack of business is due to poor quality. I think their lack of business is due to oversaturation of Marvel content. And the evidence of that is, how long has it been since we have had a Marvel movie? It's been a minute.
the Marvels earlier. That was last fall.
Well, we had Guardians of the Galaxy 3 last year.
And the Marvels.
And the Marvels, but it's been a while. I mean, we didn't have anything around Christmas time. I feel like we had something in the fall,
Wait,
but
wasn't the Marvels around Christmas?
no, there was no Disney content around Christmas time, because that's all we talked about was how weird it was. Here's my point.
Yeah.
Here's my point. You know what everyone's talking about and what we get calls about all the time, what everyone's excited about? Deadpool.
Yes.
And now here we're giving Deadpool room to breathe, and it's, teeing up like it's going to be a big success. And maybe it's because it has more time to be better and higher quality and everything like that. But if you're going to debate the quality versus just too many of them, I think that's, at the bare minimum, I would say that's debatable.
Interesting, fun thing that I learned recently. The Marvels was not only the biggest flop of the year last year, but is the number 3 biggest flop of all time.
You sure we're talking about the right movie?
The Marvels.
Yeah, okay.
The Marvels.
You're right. It came out in November.
Yeah, I thought I was
You were saying Christmas, but you're right. It was November.
Yeah.
And I loved it, and everyone else hated it.
I thought it was fine.
Yeah. All right. So that's how we look at it through a positive angle. Is okay, good for you. You're managing the quality. You're trying to, be thoughtful about control, et cetera, like that. Okay, great. If I want to look through a cynical lens, this is what I said to Drew.
Oh, boy.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you sitting down?
Well, hold on.
Boy, we both sat on the cat this time.
That's crazy.
Yeah, wow. Through the cynical lens, here's my opinion. If they have a good 4th Marvel movie, they will definitely release a 4th good Marvel movie. Like I feel like it's easy to commit to only doing 3 when you only have 2 or 3 to release.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's no scenario where Marvel gets back on a roll and they have content and they have production schedules and the calendar lines up and you could have 4 movies in, I don't know, let's say 2027, 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 movies in 2027. If the stars align and that's what makes sense, there's no universe where they're like, oh, remember back in 24, we committed to only doing 3 a year, so we're going to stick to it. Like there's no way. Like if there's an opportunity to put a 4th one on the schedule that makes sense, it's going to make money, then they'll do it.
I think the only way that happens.
So just to follow it up, so what that means, if you're of that opinion through the cynical lens, which I kind of am, is that what that means is that it's lip service.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The comment is lip service.
I think the only way that happens is if a film gets delayed.
Okay, yeah.
Because I think what they're really saying here is we're slowing down our production schedule.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
And so say we go, then we would have 2 movies, a real long break, and then 4 movies because the 3rd one took so long to
That's fair.
come out.
I would go along with that.
Yeah. Or they could just slide things. Like, this is another arbitrary alleyway to go down. They could just be like, well, the 3rd movie of the year starts here.
Oh, yeah. That's like the Tarantino method.
That's next movie.
Right.
That's next.
Right.
Because that's how Marvel does their timeline, apparently. I learned. No matter what you're reading, the Fantastic Four started 13 years prior. And everything that happened since the Fantastic Four were created happened chronologically within 13 years of whatever you're reading. So it's a sliding thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
A moving window.
Yeah.
A fluid window, if you will.
Window.
Yeah.
Well, that's all. That's all the
Fantastic.
news we've really got ready to print today. So, boom. We do have a ton of. Oh, well, don't.
Hands where I can see them. Molten.
Gun fingers. I got no money on me.
Pew, pew, pew.
You came at me.
Oh my gosh. All right. That was fun.
We got a lot of trailers.
We do. And I think this is one of those weeks. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're all good. I don't think there's a bad trailer on here. There are some that are better than others, but in my opinion, there's not a bad trailer on here.
Yeah. Let's start with Mufasa.
The Lion King.
Yeah. I will say this movie visually looks great. But here's my opinion on this story. Because this is a problem I have with Dune as well. Because they're writing so many books for it. When you have too many fantastical things happen around your main character, the fantastical things have less weight. So, to me, part of what makes The Lion King work so much is Simba is the next in the succession line of an established
Right, I gotcha.
thing.
Yep.
Right? And it's like, here's this idea of the lions ruling and keeping peace for years.
Right, generations.
Yeah, and now Simba
Right.
fails and everything is lost and everything.
Right.
But now they're saying, but wait, that didn't actually exist until his father came
He
along.
came from nowhere,
And his father also rose up
out of nowhere.
out of nowhere. This would work better for me if it was like the Lion King's the beginning and it was his like great grandfather or like
Right.
some other. The fact that it's his father, to me, takes away from the story of the Lion King. Thoughts? Thanks for joining me for my TED Talk.
What was that thing? What was the phrase that Frodo invented about Star Wars fans searching for the...
Chasing midichlorians.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah.
Like it's a little bit. I think luckily for me as a theater owner, the rest of the world is not going to have that same problem with you. Although, to your credit, I will say that when I watched the trailer and it said something like he wasn't always, there was a time when he was just a random pup or something along those lines. I did sort of notice like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I did, and I'm a pretty casual Lion King fan. I'm not a top of the somebody's ringing. I think this movie looks great. I really hope that it captures the world's imagination.
Yeah.
I think the best way I would describe this trailer is it is bursting with potential. And the two things that give me hope for it are Barry Jenkins, who we trust. He's a great director. And a lot of the classic Lion King, like the Lion King soundtrack plays over the trailer with sort of the typical like classic Lion King music. But then it says with music, by Lin-Manuel Miranda. And we trust him. I mean, he's everywhere. He's a rock star. Yeah. So I don't know. This is not my trailer of the week, but I liked it, and I look forward to seeing more about this movie.
It's hard for me to even pick any as a trailer of the week, but I'm going to go with this next one.
I have a trailer of the week that's going to really surprise you.
Is it Thelma?
It was not Thelma.
Okay. I'm going to go with A Quiet Place, Day One. It's a new trailer. I don't really feel like there's a whole lot. There's more scenes showed, but I don't feel like it's really all that new of the trailer.
So your comment is you're questioning you're not questioning the movie, you're questioning as a trailer.
As a trailer.
Now, what I'm hopeful, I agree with you, and what I'm hopeful of is that the trailer is kind of just a rehashing of stuff we've already seen because the movie is so good they don't want to give away the best parts.
Right.
That's what I'm feeling. And I think there's a lot of energy around this movie. I think this movie is going to be big.
So this is my trailer of the week because of all the trailers, it's the one that makes me want to watch the movie the most. But it was also the one that got me the most upset because that cat's going to die. I don't want that cat to die.
I don't think the cat dies.
The cat's gonna die. The cat's gonna meow.
No, you're wrong.
And the monster's gonna squish it.
The monster?
Or maybe the cat's gonna meow, and then we're gonna find out that the monsters don't like cats.
Or maybe the cat's just gonna keep quiet and somehow save the day.
That's true too.
Anyway,
we'll have to find out.
A Quiet Place Day 1 is David's trailer of the week. Next up is Twisters trailer 2.
A Lifetime story.
All right, that's a fairly obnoxious but accurate.
Isn't that this trailer? This trailer turned this movie into a successful Twister scientist lady, who don't need no man, gets called back to Twister country, where
she meets man who don't need no scientists.
Yeah, she meets man who don't need no scientist who constantly refers to her as a city girl, and then he's like. Opens her heart to Twisters again.
All right, now I'm going to ask you a question, and I want you to answer honestly.
And they fall in love with Twisters.
I want you to answer the question honestly. This is a moment of vulnerability, and I will say that if you were asking me the question, my answer would be yes, many, many, many times.
Yeah.
The question is, have you ever seen the Hannah Montana movie?
Never seen the Hannah Montana movie, but I also didn't have little girls at the appropriate age.
The Hannah Montana movie was awesome.
Yeah?
It was amazing.
Awesome.
Well, she has a little fight, and then the city girl has to go back home to her country roots, where she's frequently referred to as city girl.
Yeah, she meets a man.
There was a boy, and he's a handsome cowboy.
It's like, don't you forget your roots.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Forget your city life and join. That's every Lifetime movie at Christmas.
All right, so I think I can agree with you, but give a more positive report.
Yeah.
Here's my angle.
I still want to see this movie.
No, absolutely. I know. I get that. Absolutely. My report was going to be this. This movie is what I love about the movies. Like, it's so simple. Like, it's a pizza. It's the classic pizza movie. Like, we've seen this movie a zillion times, and I can't wait to see it again. It looks well made. It looks like fun. I will say I'm not usually one to catch this, but I will say that I noticed some CGI that looked weak, and like
in the tornado movie,
questionable. Made me feel like I was like,
they make a fire tornado.
Right. Oh my goodness. Awkward. All right, the next one we have. Well, you walk us through this one.
This is almost. I've never seen any of these movies, and I'm changing it. This is my trailer of the week.
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah, Despicable Me 4, and they take some of the minions and they give them superpowers. I forgot about how funny that was. I've never seen any of them, but this is the first one that I've been like, I kind of want to see it.
I love
and I
these.
kind of want to watch the other ones to know what the heck's going on.
I love these movies
Okay.
so much.
Is this your trailer of the week?
No.
Okay.
I'll tell you what my trailer of the week is.
Okay.
You want to know?
Hit me.
Trailer of the week is the next movie on our list, Latency,
What?
starring an actress I never heard of called Sasha Luss. Should I know?
Really?
Should I know her? No.
No.
This movie, I'll tell you why it was my movie. Because it's a horror movie, you know, about like basically like Jumanji, like a computer game takes over and, you know,
Yeah.
all this kind of stuff. It looks like the kind of movie where there's like 3 or 4 levels to it and you're not sure which level you're in, kind of like a poor man's Inception.
Is she at the end? You'll wonder if she ever really got out.
Right, exactly. You know, and so it made me like when I started this trailer, I thought to myself, "Oh, great, another horror movie." You know, blah.
Yeah.
And then as I watched it, I was like, first of all, she's compelling. I really liked her. You know, and she has they show you in the trailer that she has some kind of interesting backstory about agoraphobia, and you know she's afraid to go out. And I'm sure that at some point in the movie she's going to have to go out to save herself or her best friend. And you know she has some backstory with her mother who was also agoraphobic. I just thought like, I guess the reason why, like, listen, I would rather see A Quiet Place, Mufasa, Twisters, Despicable Me 4, you know, Furiosa. But the reason why this is my trailer of the week is because where it started, where I was when it started to where I was when it ended was a long way. I started the trailer like, ho-hum, another horror movie from Lionsgate. And then like, it was fast. It was interesting.
Now, for those who don't know, the premise of this movie is basically she helps program virtual reality games, but then a new virtual reality thing comes
mysteriously left at her door.
Yeah, like scans your brain to make the perfect.
It's like Oculus glasses, except instead of glasses, it's like a headband you put on the back of your skull.
Right.
And it maps your brain waves.
And it's just so you can experience the fullest virtual reality.
Right.
But then it gets scary.
Too much of a good thing.
And then she questions if she can take it off.
Right.
So at one point she takes it off and then she reaches back and it's still there, even though she just took it off. So.
I don't know. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not even saying I couldn't tell if this was.
It's a good idea.
I couldn't tell if this was the kind of movie that's even going to really, like, genuinely make it to theaters or not. But I thought it was a good trailer and an interesting premise.
The beginning of it made it look like it wasn't going to come, but I think that's because it's supposed to look like she's in a bad video game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Next up, we have a movie that I think is going to be incredibly heartwarming, but this trailer does a horrible job of selling, called Thelma. We saw a trailer for this that was way better.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why it rang a bell.
Yeah.
Okay. That explains it, because I was watching the trailer thinking, I've seen this.
Yeah.
But I didn't see anything that was in the trailer.
Right.
You know what my problem is, David?
What's your problem with pet?
I'll tell you my problem. I have a lot of pet peeves, and I apologize because I know it's annoying. One of my pet peeves is when somebody refers to someone or something as world famous that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just an average person going through an average life. Hey, you know, I paid the price.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to call so-and-so world famous, I should have heard of her or him or it.
They call the actress world famous?
Well, they call her like Oscar winner, you know, or Academy Award winner or something or other. They build it up like we should care that June Squibb is somebody.
Never heard of her.
And I'm sure she's terrific. All you June Squibb lovers out there.
Did you look her up?
I did not. What do I care?
Exactly.
This is why they hate us, David.
Yeah.
This is why.
A prime reporting here, right here. What do you know about this person? Nothing, and here's my opinion.
All right, so the movie Thelma is basically a grandmother gets foiled by some shysters who steal her money, and then she's on a getaway with another old man
to get revenge,
to get the money back and get revenge. And then there was one good line in the trailer where she sneaks into somebody's house to steal a gun, and her old man buddy says, "Do you even know how to use that thing?" And she's like, "Well, these idiots
use them every day.
Idiots around the world are using these every day." I thought that was a pretty good line. But the movie looks, I don't know.
Or when the guy's like, she's like, I had to be quick. I left my grandson in the car. You left the car by himself? Well, he's 24.
Now, all right, as long as we're making insensitive, obnoxious comments,
Yeah.
do you think this movie could be better with like a proper cast?
Yes.
Like this movie would be fun with, I don't even know who, like Meryl Streep and Morgan Freeman, like.
Yeah. I think the difference here is she looks like everyone's grandma.
Yeah.
Where Meryl Streep would look like Meryl Streep playing everyone's grandma.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So.
I'm sure this movie's going to be awesome. I can't wait to see it.
I think it's going to be cute. I think it's going to be cute.
Yeah.
Next, we have a movie called Ghost Light. Here's a hint. It's a tragedy. Tell us more, Penn.
Do you remember the? You don't.
I'm blanking.
You're blanking on it. See,
and I watched it 2 hours ago.
Listeners, David writes the show notes and then sends them to me, and then I in some areas add to the show notes, and then one thing that I consistently do every week for me, and I hope it's helpful to you, David, but for me, when I'm watching the trailers, I will put a little note next to it
So you remember.
to remind myself
Right.
what the thing is.
To me, I'm like, I put it on the notes, I'll remember, and then I proceed to
forget.
instantly forget about it.
Right. So the note I wrote to myself is a quote from the trailer, and it's basically the movie is about a grandfather and his granddaughter, and there's like it looks like a tearjerker. That's a father and a daughter?
I'm pretty sure it's a father because she says, you're
Yeah,
cheating on mom.
you're right, but he looks old.
Well,
He's not a young dad like me.
your boy's getting older.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Older.
Yeah.
So anyway, and then he's talking to his daughter about this play that he's in. He's one of these like stereotypical like emotionally unavailable men.
Right.
But then he turns to theater and he sort of copes. And I think the premise of the movie is like, she has some emotional problems and she tries to get them to go to therapy. He won't go to therapy, but it turns out that he's secretly acting in this theater group.
Yeah.
And then later in the movie, they're talking about this Shakespeare play, Romeo and Juliet, and there's some comment made about how do you think it's going to end? And the daughter goes, well, here's a hint. It's a tragedy. I thought that was cute.
Yeah.
I don't know. This movie looks cute. There's no chance that I watch this movie. It's gonna be very popular with the older folks. It looks like a so when they make movies about younger people and they call them like a coming of age story?
Yeah.
Can we have this? Is this like a
yeah,
coming of age for
Coming of middle age. Well, he's older than that.
it's a coming of age story for an older guy who's, I don't know, turning a corner with regards to his
Emotional journey.
emotional health and well-being.
Coming of emotional age.
God bless him. Good for you, buddy.
Yeah. Way to be in touch.
Good for you, buddy. Go play
Weak
with your
man.
friends.
Yeah. All right. And then the last trailer we have.
This could easily have been my trailer of the week.
It's a pretty good trailer. Furiosa
It's a
final
pretty good
trailer.
trailer.
Well, here's the thing. I think the other trailer's better.
Okay, I agree with that. I think this falls into the category. I've heard you say this many times about movies that you're excited for. This falls into the category of like, don't release anything else. Let's just see the movie.
Right.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
Furiosa, a Mad Max saga, is
Starring Anya
starring
Taylor-Joy.
I think all it really does is it shows more of Anya Taylor-Joy. It shows more of anything, more of Chris Hemsworth's
Right.
character. And they give him a name.
See my note?
Sounds Chris Hemsworth, not looking like Chris Hemsworth. Sounds like a yes. Well, that's one of the things that got me into the other one is he's, got the thick Australian accent.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk more about Mad Max later in the show.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So-
Well, here's what my note was referring to is I'm excited that Chris Hemsworth is in this movie because I'm generally speaking a fan of his.
Yeah.
He's so heavily made up. He doesn't.
yeah.
He does not. I would not known it was him if he hadn't have talked.
And he's hamming up his actual accent,
Right.
which is amazing.
Yeah. No, I think this movie looks awesome. I think Chris Hemsworth looks awesome. We all know I'm a big Anya Taylor-Joy fan. This is going to be great. The trailer
Is whatever.
is whatever.
It actually shows a lot from the other movie.
Yeah. I'm bummed because I missed the screening.
It won't be long till you can see it. For
I
real.
know.
All right, you ready to do our movie?
Let's
review
do
for
it.
this
Let's
week?
do it. Let's do it.
We saw the movie Fall Guy.
Yes, we did.
Not Fall Guys.
Not Fall Man?
No.
Okay. Tough Guy?
Was a show, which is was a game.
I thought it was a
Fall Guys.
Oh, Fall Guys
Yeah.
was a game, but there was a TV show in the 80s starring Lee Major called The Fall Guy.
This is different.
Yes, is a whole, well, not really.
Well, not really. Yes, but no.
I mean, the TV show, the character, this is a character from the show, same name.
Is it really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Go on.
Are you for real?
Are you pulling on my legs?
My legs. I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a great pizza movie.
Yeah, fair enough.
Absolutely perfect summer afternoon. You'll have a good time. You'll walk away without a thought in your head.
Which is nothing new for me.
Yeah. You without a care, and maybe you'll remember the movie later, or maybe you won't. Either way,
Well, I disagree a little bit. I think you'll definitely remember the movie.
it was funny. For as much of it as we had seen in the trailers, it was still exciting.
What did you think about some of the unicorn?
I thought that was, and the unicorn kept showing up.
That's what was great about
yeah.
it. At first it was like funny and good and just on its face, good and funny. But then later, how subtle they were.
Yeah. 'cause
Like the unicorn wasn't really in the scene, but maybe you saw the butt walking off camera left.
and so you knew he was still high. 'cause
Right.
Once you stop seeing the unicorn,
Right.
you feel sober.
The unicorn's like out of focus in the background
Right.
of the scene. You know what I mean? But still there. I thought that was so well done and so funny. And I just love when good, subtle humor works.
Yeah.
And what did you think of like the sticky notes? That was also
That was great too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they needed the passcode, and the sticky notes had passcode for safe 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever it was.
Yeah. Right.
I don't know. I agree with you in the sense that this is a great pizza movie, but I will say I think this is a pizza movie, but sometimes when the topic of pizza comes up, you're like, hey, listen, I was at this place and we had some pizza and it was so good. Like the crust
So you
was
think
just.
that's this kind of
I think
pizza?
this is a special. I agree that it's very formulaic, but I will say I thought it was especially great.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say it was formulaic. I thought it was
Yeah.
interesting enough
Yeah.
that because I didn't, even with what I knew from the trailers, I didn't see everything coming. And I also didn't feel the need to try and figure anything out,
Right. Right. Which is great.
which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Just let it roll. And Emily Blunt is
fantastic.
quickly becoming one of my favorite actors. I mean, she is just so good.
Yeah. Not to mention our main squeeze.
Ryan Gosling.
Yeah.
My man.
He did excellent in it. So yeah, I had a great time. I like it. I guess they say at the beginning of the movie, this is a love letter to stuntmen.
Right.
And it really did feel like that.
Yeah.
And it also really did feel like a cynical look at filmmaking.
Right.
Which was fun.
Right.
I like how at the end everyone's replaced
Right.
with other people completely, and that just works.
Yeah.
So
No, everything about it was good. Yeah, I loved it. What theory do you have? I don't usually like to talk about this kind of stuff, but it's, we've been talking about it here in the office a lot. Why do you so it did $28 million. Mm-hmm. People thought it was going to do closer to 40. Why do you think it was not a $40 or $50 million weekend? Just coincidence, weather, whatever.
It was rainy. Wasn't it rainy?
Yeah, it was a little rainy. I don't know. And I'll tell you my answer is I don't know.
I don't know either, because if anything, I would have said, to me, the movie felt over advertised.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Over advertised, which you're saying that like it's a bad thing. I'm saying it like it's a good thing. The marketing plan was excellent. The cast is excellent. The production value is excellent. The timing is excellent. Like everything about it, in my opinion, should have made it a $50 million movie.
See, there's a line, and I think it crossed that line, that I heard from other people. And now take this with a grain of salt, because I know, especially for me, I see a lot of movies, so I see a lot of repeat trailers.
Right.
But I know other people who see also probably more than the average, but not as much as me.
Right.
So in my point of view, they don't see as much.
Right.
But even they were like, I thought this movie already came, like, I thought this,
Gotcha.
the advertising had been going on for so long.
Interesting.
That they thought the movie was already out.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a negative view of the movie as much
just a
as
point of fact.
Oh, this is not out yet?
Here's where I land on it.
Which let me finish.
No, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Takes away from the urgency
Gotcha.
of it, because it no longer feels like, oh, this is coming up soon.
It's no big opening weekend.
It's like, oh, well, I thought that, when is it coming out? I have no idea anymore.
Where I landed on that conversation is I've heard literally nothing but good reports from people who have seen this movie. There's not a person, podcast@penncinema.com, if you saw The Fall Guy and didn't like it, there's not a person who has reported not liking it. So therefore, where I land on this is that this movie is going to play well
For a long time.
For a long time. Yeah.
I think you're right.
And also another interesting fact, my folks who are in their 80s came to visit, and this was the movie that was on their mind. This is what they wanted to see, and in fact, they went and saw it in IMAX.
Interesting.
Yeah, and both loved it.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a definite family view
Yeah.
movie.
4 quadrants, as they say. Mm-hmm. I did hear, so you ever come across someone and you like them, so you don't correct, so you don't correct them.
Double no.
But then they say something stupid.
Triple no.
And you still don't correct them because you're a good guy, or you don't correct them because
I don't know this life you live.
they're a paying customer in your movie theater and you don't want to
that makes
insult
sense.
them.
Yeah.
So I was talking to this person and he goes, I heard Ryan Gosling took this role because he needed to prove his masculinity after playing Ken.
What?
And I was just like, what a stupid thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, on so many levels.
Yeah.
I just like
that's the type of comment where you instantly know where the person comes from,
right,
and what some of their other opinions are,
and why you don't hang out.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, this. All right, I get it.
Gotcha.
I
got you. Okay. Yep. Understood. Check.
And my response to that would be like, I don't know about that, but maybe. All right, see ya.
Right.
Yeah.
My response had something to do with, I don't think he minded playing Ken and making $1 billion.
Yeah,
you know?
Or singing the song at the Oscars.
Right. I think he did all right. I think he liked being Ken.
Yeah.
Anyway, so best movie of all time.
The best movie of all time.
Yeah, The Boat.
Yeah. So next week.
The B-Moat.
Because we missed a week.
Yeah.
We got a double feature.
We got to catch up. Well, double feature. Right.
We do Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
And Furiosa.
Are we going to charge extra for?
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute, David. We got our wires crossed here, buddy.
No, what?
I'm almost positive Furiosa does not open next weekend.
Are we sure?
No.
Let me look. I thought it was next weekend.
I think it's the 24th, yo.
Isn't that next weekend?
Oh my God. Is it? No.
My interwebs doesn't work very well in here.
Stand by.
So,
all right. Well,
next weekend is the 17th and 18th, so you might be right.
Yeah.
So what is next week?
Next week, well, definitely is Planet of the Apes.
Okay.
But the big movie next weekend is If.
Okay, so we do a double feature of that?
Yes. Furiosa starts on May 23rd.
You're right.
Yeah.
So, all right, so Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes and If.
And If.
Do you want to do If?
I do. Well, I mean, whatever. I'm going to watch it. So.
Okay.
But definitely priority be Planet of the Apes. If you get to see If, great. If
Okay.
not, I'm going to watch it because I'm anxious.
Right.
To see it.
And for those wondering, our episode will go up on Tuesday. Next time you hear it'll be Tuesday of the following week.
Right, which is going to be fun because that'll be 2 days after Marley invents time travel.
Yeah, so no big deal.
Yeah, whatever. It's great that because of the time travel, we can say that without spoiling the surprise.
Right, because we know.
Because nobody's going to hear this till after then. Right.
It's amazing.
I love it.
Let's get into some listener feedback, questions, comments, so forth and so on. You want to open up here with one of our very favorites.
It's the final countdown. The final
The best thing about time travel is you can experience this song for as long as you want, or as short as
This
you
song needs like a bass. That's not the right word. The bass saxophone. What's the name of the saxophone that's real big and low? I think
Oboe?
No, it's a saxophone. I don't think they call it a bass saxophone. I think there's a different word for it. But that little clip needs like a bass saxophone under it going like, yeah.
Perfect.
Right. Anyway, Top 10 Sarah writes in and wrote, you mentioned last week about a bad review within a good review. Let me tell you about some of the classic Google reviews. Does anyone even look at Yelp reviews anymore? Now, our friend Top 10 Sarah works at our very favorite veterinarian hospital, Manheim Pike Veterinary Hospital. I always call it a clinic, but they're a hospital.
It is a hospital.
Yeah. That's where you go, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I go. Poor little Hannah.
Oh, no, she had to go?
No, she's all right, but she's,
She has to go.
she's got to go.
It's a mixed bag.
She's fine.
Yeah.
She's fine. But can I just say this? It's not easy being Hannah. Anything on our TV that's not immediately recognized as a human, she barks at.
Oh, boy.
Like, so we're talking cartoons, football, if they like scan out, or God forbid a horse trot across the screen,
gosh.
right? And the reason why I say poor Hannah, it's super annoying for us.
Oh, yeah.
It's not cute. Our friends laugh and they're like, "Oh, that's so funny. She's barking." I'm like, "Yeah, that's great." Except that when you want to watch
All the
Clarkson's Farm, you got to go upstairs. When she barks at the screen, she works herself up into an incredible hissy fit, and she has congestion problems to begin with, so she gets these coughing fits after she barks and works herself into a fit, and then she goes and sits in the corner and coughs, for 10 minutes trying to catch her breath, and we're like, Hannah, you're killing yourself.
It's just a TV.
It's just a TV, buddy. It's gonna be all right. Anyway, okay. So Top 10 Sarah works at the Manheim Pike Veterinary Hospital, our very favorite veterinary hospital, and she shared with us, I was talking about a review where they said like you suck or something like that. Yeah. And she shared with us a couple funny reviews that they have gotten. Now I find it hard to believe that anybody could ever find a flaw in the Manheim Pike Veterinary Hospital, but it exists.
Once in a while.
So here's the top two that they shared. They, meaning the Manheim Pike Veterinary Hospital, they are great, but they don't see horses. 1-star review. What the actual fuck? That's like going to an Italian restaurant and saying the food was great, but they didn't serve banh mi, which I don't know what that is, but I get her point.
Korean dish, I think?
Korean dish. It's like going to an Italian restaurant and being pissed they don't serve Korean food.
Yeah, come on.
All right. And then she said another similarity would be we're going to a movie theater and saying this place rocks, but I'm sad they weren't showing Hamilton live on stage. Yeah.
Come on.
Thanks, Sarah. I appreciate your commiserating. I'm glad to see we're not the only ones to get these off the wall reviews.
Right. I'm going to try and capture this next one.
Oh my God. All right.
This is from Nick Landis Plain.
Yep.
And he said, let's go. Let's fucking go.
Yeah, that's how I read it.
Yeah.
Now, before you read this, can you just remember back to that time? Do you remember you and I were hanging out the weekend before Notebook opened?
Oh, yeah.
And we were so pumped. Remember how wound up we were like screaming and yelling, let's go! Notebook, yeah!
Yeah.
And then we got everybody whipped up into a frenzy. The whole bar is screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
And then it got like a little carried away because everyone was so psyched up for The Notebook. They started like flipping the tables over. Remember that guy threw the Frogger machine through the window?
And I remember this was the point where I was like, I loved chapter 6. And you realized that we weren't talking about a legal pad. And we're talking about an actual book.
Movie. Yeah. But that was wild. Remember how excited everybody was for The Notebook?
Yeah.
Yeah, this reminds me of that.
Yeah. He says,
Let's go!
I saw this for the first time at home.
Wait.
Back in March.
You didn't read the subject line.
Oh. La La Land is back in theaters.
The jazzy movie starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone.
Yeah. The romantic jazz movie.
That I believe my family and I watched, and we were all dabbing tears from our eyes at the end.
Right.
Love story.
Yeah.
Touching, jazz-based movie.
We should, let's go!
Let's go!
Yeah. He said, I saw this for the first time back at home, back at the end of March, and my only complaint was I didn't see this in theaters. They're showing it at the Indianapolis IMAX in June, and I was seriously considering making the trip out just to see it there. IMAX would be better, but I'm sure this will look great on Screen 10. Is this a Fathom Events thing or just a random re-release? I noticed Lawrence of Arabia also got added as well, and I didn't know if they were participating in some kind of festival. This movie on IMAX? Look, to each their own. But when I think IMAX, I think like it's got to be visually spectacular.
Did you see La La Land?
I did, but I don't remember it being visually spectacular.
Oh, I do. I would love to see this movie in IMAX. When I first saw this movie this is one of the few movies.
Yeah.
I saw this in my theater.
Yeah.
2 or 3 times.
Wow.
During its release. I think 3 times during its release.
I'm not knocking it as a movie. It's a good movie.
When I was in that phase, I was telling people this was my favorite movie of all time.
Right.
It didn't hold up.
Right.
But
back when it used to be whatever the last movie you saw was.
Right.
And the fact that this was the last 3 movies you saw were the same movie.
Right.
It was extra strong.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I did not have the self-awareness back then to recognize in my review
where it was coming from.
How extreme and baseless it was. My point is, I agree with Nick that this is an amazing movie.
Right.
And it would be cool to see it in IMAX. I completely agree. To answer your question, this is a Fathom thing, and we are participating, and we're excited about it.
Nice, but IMAX?
No, not that I'm aware of. Okay. Nothing in IMAX. I love that he understood how Theater 10 would be the perfect spot for it.
Yeah.
What I wanted to laugh about was not the content of his email, but the first line. And I think that's what our listeners...
He's so pumped.
That's what our listeners need to understand is that the first line of his email, the subject line said La La Land re-release, and then the first line said, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
All caps. 12 exclamation points. And it felt like I was at an ice hockey game.
Yeah.
And me and Drew were just like, that's when me and Drew were starting to talk about like The Notebook.
Yeah.
Like somebody getting fired up for The Notebook. It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, I share your enthusiasm, Nick, but...
Now, okay, for those who have a follow-up question, I think you can do this pretty quick, is why not put it in IMAX? Like, explain as quick as you can what goes into scheduling in the IMAX.
So the IMAX is a 3-way scheduling dance between myself, the IMAX Corporation, and studios. And what happens is studios negotiate weeks in the calendar with IMAX, and then I negotiate with IMAX the degree to which I want to participate, which is typically 100%, because IMAX usually, puts together a great lineup.
Yeah.
And sometimes there are like options. So I might get an email from IMAX saying, this weekend of May 17th, your options are Planet of the Apes, Blue Angels, or Oppenheimer re-release, or whatever. I'm not saying that's what our options were. I'm just saying that to illustrate how it could happen. And then if the IMAX I would not randomly put a movie in IMAX unless the IMAX release was being supported by IMAX. Now, one thing that I will say is that I have frequently complained to IMAX, not saying anything behind their backs. I've complained to IMAX. They spend advertising dollars promoting movies that are only going to be seen on IMAX in New York City and LA. So why am I sitting here in Lancaster County, or my customers sitting here in Wilmington, Delaware, getting emails promoting a release of a movie that they can't go see at their local IMAX?
Right.
Like it's incredibly frustrating to me, because then my customers ask me like, oh, well, why aren't you getting the, I forget what the most recent one was, but there was a great movie that it wasn't Inception, but it was something like that. Like it was like a really fun, exciting IMAX release that was getting re-released. And I looked into it, and the guy from IMAX wrote me back and said, we're only doing it in 10 theaters across the country. And I was like, well, then why
spend the money on that?
Yeah, why are all my customers asking me about it?
Yeah.
It's annoying.
Interesting.
All right, the very last, he did not write into the show, but Papa Peter went direct right over to the top. Texted his comment to me.
Straight
to the top.
Straight to the heart.
Like the straight to the heart?
Yeah.
Straight to the heart.
Yeah.
Okay.
This guy's shot to the heart. But
I don't know. It could be whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all I know is any girls like a guy who sings.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's right. Papa Peter, I did not fact check this.
What?
Is there a movie from 2024 called The Taste of Things? And if so, there's a scene from that movie in 1885 in rural France where a young kitchen apprentice tastes baked Alaska for the first time. She confesses to her cook, I almost cried. I think...
What is this about? Oh, Baked Alaska.
Baked Alaska. Remember we had that comment like a couple weeks ago? I think this is circling back to that.
I love this type of comment.
It's a total lack of context.
You had to
right.
figure out what the heck they're talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
This is my dad. You're going to converse with him. You're going to take some time to try to keep up.
Yeah. With a whole different level.
This is a man who completes New York Times crossword puzzle every single day without exception.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks, Pop-Up, for writing that in. All of this is to say, apparently Baked Alaska goes way back to the 1800s.
Wow. I thought that was the Taste of Things 90210, but yeah. All right. What have you been up to outside of the theater? What's been going on in the wonderful wide world of Penn?
Well, I've been busy. We talked at the top of the show with all these graduates.
Graduates.
Now, I want to talk about something. Well, all right. So I'm keeping up with Killing Eve.
Okay.
And I saw Boy Kills World.
Okay. So what did you think?
I liked it.
Okay.
I didn't love it.
It's fine. I think it's just a like movie.
Yeah. It was good. My review was it made the same mistakes that Stripes made, which is the first 3/4 of the movie is like perfect and ridiculous. And then at the last quarter, they tried to tie it together, and they tried to like have a real storyline and like a complicated plot and like character development all of a sudden. And like I was content the first 3/4 of the movie to just be completely nonsensical and numb and like following this guy, you know. And then at the very end, they start. You saw it, yeah. And do you know what I'm talking about? How they all of a sudden started, the things that you thought you knew about various characters turn out to be different things, and their memories, and
I don't know.
I liked it. I didn't love it. I
liked the fact that the big bad was different than who you thought it was going to be.
Yeah. I agree.
And I liked the fighting.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, the fighting was amazing. Yeah. The action was amazing. Yeah. And the comedy, the very subtle comedy was great. My favorite was when that guy that he rescued, like they had been together through a variety of chapters of this movie. And then the guy says to the main character, he goes, I'm starting to notice you don't talk a lot. So good.
Yeah. I'm just going to be doing cart stuff. I'll be over here doing cart stuff.
Right. Oh, my God. That's so good. Yeah. I'm doing cart stuff. It reminds me of, what was that movie where the guy's like, I'm doing rabbit stuff?
I don't know.
It's you've seen the movie. It's classic. Marley and Kayla are both screaming at the show right now to remind me of the name of the movie. But
rabbit stuff?
It's like a musical. But anyway, I want to talk about Sugar.
Okay, tell me about Sugar.
Sugar stars Colin Farrell, and it's on Apple Plus.
Oh boy.
And I think I've talked about it. It's on Apple TV, I mean. And I think I've talked about it on the show before how much I'm enjoying it. It's an old school detective, black and white detective
that's
show.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Listen, friendo. Let me tell you something.
About me?
I'm going to share a little
bit from
something
your
with you.
heart?
You think you know something about this show? You think you know what you're watching?
Sugar.
You do not. Oh, honey. You do not know what you're into.
No.
This show has one of the most dramatic twists that I
Really?
First of all, did not see coming. Changes the fabric of everything you have watched up until the end of episode 6.
Wow.
And then goes on into episode 7 with giving you hardly any additional insights.
Say what?
And it's fast. It's such a good show. I can't wait to keep digging into it. So, shout out to the Mystery Gobble for. I had
you on board.
No, well, yeah, he got. No, I think I got him on board, but I was a couple episodes back, and he texted me without giving it away, and he was like, "Hey, have you watched episode 6?"
Say what?
What, girl?
Come on, girl.
What are you watching, Dave? What are you doing?
I would say the best show that I'm currently watching is X-Men 97. It's so good. But the best show I'm watching that other people should watch is A Gentleman in Moscow.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
I'm watching that too.
It's so good.
Amy and I, yes.
And I didn't realize it wasn't over. That there's new episodes every Friday. So, like
That-
last night, I was like, let me see what's
Yeah.
going on. Like, I'm really enjoying that
I didn't
show.
watch the newest episode, but Amy and I are also totally on board. You and I would highly recommend this show to
Yeah.
our listeners. Gentlemen in Moscow. Was that Netflix or Prime?
It's on Prime, but you have to have the commercialist Prime that comes with Showtime.
Okay.
If you have there's two levels of.
Is it
it's not
Showtime?
on Prime. It's
Paramount
on,
Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus, but you have to have the Paramount Plus that has the level that has Showtime.
Yeah.
Which isn't the $5 one; it's the $11
Right.
one. So anyway, it's good.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's surprisingly
Yeah.
fun. Discovery continues to be a Star Trek show that I watch. I'm rereading the Expanse books, which is great. And
Spoken as only David could speak. Discovery continues to be a Star Trek show that I watch.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. And I watch it.
Yeah. Good.
Here's a little disappointing thing. Doctor Who.
Who?
Exactly. Doctor Who came back for its new season this week. And I watched the first 2 episodes, and boy, howdy, were they not good. So I'm pretty disappointed, and I probably will drop off. So that's disappointing.
Okay.
Okay. I said I was going to talk about Mad Max. Let me just tell you about Mad Max. I've been excited about Fury Road, right? Or I've been excited about Furiosa.
Right.
Which is funny because I hated Fury Road.
Okay.
Everyone else and their mom
Loved it.
loved it. And I just thought it was long and boring and the world didn't make sense to me. So I thought, maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I came at it wrong. I watched some...
Maybe you're the anti-hero.
Right. Exactly.
Always looking at the sun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm Taylor Swift.
Right.
Is the real thing.
Right. I've long suspected
You've heard
that.
my voice.
I've long suspected that, but never had the balls to...
Yeah. What if I was like...
Yeah. I haven't gained the gumption to ask you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Gained it. Well, I was like, let's give it another try.
Please.
And I will say, I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I still will stand by that I think it's a little long. But the big thing I had a problem with it is the world doesn't make any sense to me. Because I always thought it took place in America. But then I found out through watching some rewatch mini coverage of all the old movies, it takes place in Australia.
Right.
Which makes a lot more sense to have a lot of desert.
Right.
Because I was always like, what happened to everything?
Yeah.
Like, why is there so much desert?
Yeah.
Like, even for America.
Right.
But it makes so much more sense in Australia.
Right.
So I was able to let that part of my brain go off.
That's a relief.
And I watched
Yes.
it. And I had a good time. And I'm excited for Furiosa.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Well, Doctor
Well,
Who.
we all feel better.
Yeah.
Now that we got that sorted.
What a world.
Yeah.
What a world. All right. Next week, we're going to watch Planet of the Apes and Possibly If. If we get a chance to. Like how I did that.
That's funny. I get it.
Yeah.
I get it, Dad.
Look, if you want to be a part of the show, the number one way to do that is to shoot us an email, podcast@penncinema.com.
Right.
But if you want to support the show, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, David, by the time our listeners are coming out to this,
Right.
listening to this particular episode, they have recently disappointed their mothers.
We know.
We know you.
Yeah, it's, let's be honest.
Right. You have recently.
You've recently disappointed your mothers.
Right. And so what I'm presenting to you, dear listener, is a golden opportunity to make up for it. And nothing says, Mom, I'm sorry I screwed up Mother's Day and got you the yellow pants that you've always wanted. I'm sorry I screwed up Mother's Day. Here's a gift card to listen to the Penn Cinema podcast.
Oh, the Penn Cinema podcast gift card.
Yeah, and the way you do it is like, remember when you were a kid? I don't know if you ever did this, but like, you know how kids sometimes like have coupon books?
Yeah.
And like, it's a coupon to clean the living room or like, make dinner or like whatever. That's what you want to do. And because it'll bring back your youth. It'll remind Mom of when you were cute.
Yeah.
Like, God knows.
That was a long time
it's
ago.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Since any of us were cute, right? And so, just make her a little coupon.
Free episode.
One free episode. Don't give her the whole 200. You know, like you said, you could do 6 or 5 or 6 free episodes, and then let her pay for the.
And then you have to say, "This will get you started. If you want more,
right?
We'll talk about it."
Right. Actually, give her the code podcast@penncinema.com to request free additional episodes.
Yeah.
And I think that if you put all that together, it could salvage Mother's Day 24.
Yeah. I mean, you got to do something before 25 rolls around.
Right.
As big of a disappointment as 24
oh my
was.
God.
It's going to take you at least a year to make up for it. All right. Well, just in case, you somehow actually got through Mother's Day.
Right.
Yeah.
If you haven't recently disappointed your mother, then go ahead and tell a friend about the show.
Yeah.
How much you enjoyed listening to the show specifically. If you don't like the show, don't tell your friend about it. Right, keep
don't even talk about it.
Keep that to yourself.
All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema podcast.
Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.